If there's one thing this chapter tells me, these female characters are so badass. Chapter 84 goes back to Toka and others trying to escape, but not without problems along the way. We also get to see more of Kanaki and something mystery that is actually give you questions than answers, and as well as something very interesting at the very end of the chapter. All in all, this is a really great chapter. After coming back from Arima's last words and a very emotional impact, along with the twist that we have from the last chapter, this chapter provided a new twist and something that's going to be very epic proportion of revealing this one-eyed king. It keeps you guessing because Ishida has provided a lot of evidence and a lot of ways bring out an amazing twist that really doesn't come out of nowhere. This one is the case of what exactly is the one-eyed king. This chapter started off with a very nice skirmish action coming from Toka and others going against the two special class investigators, Ora and Tanaka Mora, which I always find him amusing to watch because if you remember the last part of the series, he's like a shonen character that goes into the seinen series, calling out the tag name like it's a big giant manga. What I like about this action is the fact that he showcased a lot of characters to be really cool and badass in their own way. Again, Tanaka Mora is very amusing to watch with him screaming bad, and Ora provided to be a really badass woman, and I'm really happy to see more of an action from her. These Quinque Higher Mind or Angel Beat, as well as Sebez, I think that's how you say it. These attacks are like homing missiles and cannons. I appreciate the diversity that Ishida provided in this chapter because the Quinque doesn't need to be a close range attack, and I really like the showcase of these character features, especially with Hinami blocking the attack easily with her Kagane, and unfortunately she cannot fight any longer because if you recall correctly, she doesn't get that much nourishment, so of course she needs something to eat in order to be in a healthy state. Ayato, however, is impressive because he actually managed to continue to fight even after fighting against Arima and every investigator for this past arc. So I find him to be impressive. I find every character impressive. I like Ora, especially the fact that we get to see more of her. I can only hope that she doesn't really get killed off along with every other character in the entire series. But with Ishida, you never know. I do like how the action stops with Toka finally stepping in, just block everybody and just showcase how awesome she is. She's really a great character. She's number one in the character popularity poll back then. Most likely has changed, but the fact is this chapter provided once again why she's really cool character. I don't know if the next chapter will have her fighting against both of them by herself, but I could see Ayato and getting back up and help her to fight these two because right now they're in a little bit of trouble. Yomo is supposedly hurt. Hinami can't really fight any longer unless she gets some nourishment. Maybe she will help. We can only guess what the next chapter will be. The next part of the chapter is very interesting. I really like Ishida playing with people's mind with the idea that we don't know where Hiroko is standing in. The fact that we don't know what position he's really being placed. Is he going to help Kanaki? Is he going against Kanaki? The way how the chapter ended right there, and then it segues to the more interesting plot twist, which I will get to that very soon. Going back with the Hiroko, this one raises a lot of mystery because we don't know where these Squad Zero are positioned in. We don't know if they're really following Arima, and the reason why we really know is because Hiroko was last told to us audience that Hiroko does not like Arima. He has some really grudges with him, and we don't know if that changes over the past 6 months or even more so because they have been in the squad ever since Hiroko resigned to going back to the team, and we don't know where the position these two are. They left it in the blank. They left us in the dark. They left us wondering if anything has changed, if Hiroko understands what Arima wants. The one thing that started to make sense, if these guys are with Arima and probably obey his command about Kanaki, probably most likely helping him, is the idea that when they're already there seeing the entire fight, the fact that one of them drop a Quinque to Arima, the owl one, it only makes you think maybe they are helping Kanaki or more of helping Arima's last demand, whatever the demand may be. But again, the chapter left you you really wondering what is going to happen. It's a really nice way to do that. But the segue part is what makes it more interesting. The one fact that the jailer got killed off after witnessing the battle, and he got killed off by Donato. The more shocking part is not really saying it, but what really shows it. What shows it is the mask of a Period. And not only the mask of a Period was shown by Donato, but the fact that it has a crown. If you may have missed this if you really just rushed in, but if you see it carefully, there is a crown which indicates that he is the leader of the Period. And I thought that was a great way of doing that without having to be very exposition, without him just saying it like, I am the leader of the Period, now let's go meet the king, which is also a very interesting thing because it makes you wonder, is Hiroko with Period? Are they working together? What the Period goal is really going to come about? It feels, it's hard to say because the Period, the way how the chapter ends, has you guessing if Period is going to meet the king, the One-Eyed King, the original One-Eyed King, or this symbolic new One-Eyed King that is Kanaki. Especially the fact that Uta is actually there now, going with Donato to meet the king, which again, it makes you question, who are they going after, the original king or Kanaki? And I really like how Ishida is trying to fool us, or maybe it's trying to make it simpler, but it could go both ways. And Ishida really makes this whole mystery of the series really, really captivating. I like this because this is what made Tokyo Ghoul so exciting in every tip of the way. There's still a lot of mystery that's going on in this area, so I'm really engaged by this series. I'm really intrigued how this series goes by. This chapter, however, did went by fast because of a lot of double pages with the actions and the scenery that Ishida likes to provide. However, I do think it has a lot of impact because it feels like it means a lot. It has a lot of cool display. I like the scenery, especially the very beginning of the chapter with the arena. It looks really damn cool. Then you got the whole Kanaki being stopped by the Zero Squad member, and it just looks like it really feels very impactful. It feels like a lot of big things is about to happen in the next chapter or so, but I definitely have to give this a high praise because of what the mystery is still surrounding with this chapter. So overall, great chapter. The mystery in the series is always interesting because the way how it's formulated, is planned, the way how it's all handled with the evidence, the hints, and then none of them really come out of nowhere. Man, a lot of things do always raise more questions. That makes it very interesting. And when it comes to the reveal, it's always impactful because you go back to the past chapters, you start puzzling, and then you actually understand that everything starts to make a lot of sense. That's what makes Tokyo Ghoul just one exciting series. And I'm happy for Ishida to continue these great chapters week by week. What do you think about this chapter? You leave a comment below. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel, and my world is yours to stay. Until next time, take care.